Welcome back, everyone, to Disco Elysium. You're here with Wayne Lefevre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, and it's time to investigate the damaged ledger. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. It's the ledger you found in the trash, a pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board and barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. I think I got it. Right? What more do you need? A rubber condom stuck to the back? A graffito that says defeated? I think you catch the drift. Inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. Run your fingers across the aluminum. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It's similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there? Lieutenant, is this one of those hologram watermarks you mentioned? What? He's lost in his own notes. Yes, a halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information? Depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. Your kill count. Yours will surely have a kill count. Jesus! How can I read it? Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. You mentioned the headlights of your Kinema? Yes. There's a pause. RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks. This means you can read the watermarks if you turn the lights on. Okay. Browse the white papers. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled-up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. What is in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention, but there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken. Not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You've attempted 2 cases a week on average. Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant? 2? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot. Yes, you really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you stop making mistakes. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure if I completed them all, though. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say that you're making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous on me. I'm sure I've made plenty of mistakes. That's okay. We all make mistakes. There's mention of a naming convention here. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written in the margins, yet still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yay! Breakthrough imminent on actual art degree. Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural, The Square Bullet Hole Murders, and The Unsolvable Case. More? Others appear more lighthearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location, The Murder at the Hookah Parlor, even rare article free, Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? No, you don't. You're a human measuring instrument, almost entirely intellectual. One second, let me get my actual art degree. Where? Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliché and gonorrhea-ridden paean to conformism, I fucked me, affront to humanity, war crime, should literally be tried for war crimes, resolutely shit, lacking in imagination, uninformed reimagining of limp-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at, talentless fuckfest, recidivist shit peddler, pedantic, listless, savagely boring, just one repulsive laugh after another. So, now we get a -1 to hand-eye coordination forever because our hands are shaking from how shit this is. But conceptualization passives heal +1 morale and give +10 experience points every time we get one. I would say that's a good deal. So now I'm going to keep my conceptualization shirt on. And do I have anything else that gives me conceptualization? Oh, sorry. Sorry, ECM Patrol Cloak. I'm all about that XP. At least while I'm looking over my, those jeans. You know what? This fashion sucks. That's pretty good. I guess it'll have to do. Anyway, browse the case files again. Can my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention? You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at scene? No, I meant a non-numeric one, like with titles. Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. Why is that? It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. What happened to him? Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident. I have an open official case. Is there room? There is for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Commit to paper. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. Kim, do you have a pen? 2. Fat shiny pens hang from the binder like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He's not really saying anything, just standing there looking at them. Can I have one? Know that I give this to you with resentment. With this beauty, I commit to paper. The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body, get the body down, interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. A satisfying slash sound across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you, and a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case? No, actually. Any ideas? Shit on a stick. The setting sun. The Furies are at home in the mirror. But I prefer the simplicity of the Hanged Man. Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. Good. Strong name. We have a good name for the case now. Ledger complete. New skill point unlocked. Do I have any... I do believe I have clothing that improves my logic. So I'll put that on real quick just to give me a bonus to read the case files in a minute. Let me check out the yellow papers first. In the back you see thin translucent copier paper, some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes like marching armies. These look like official forms waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out according to type of form. What types of forms are there? 3. Topmost are misconduct fines, the middle one is station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Misconduct fines, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for a person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Field autopsy. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Enough of that. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. Somehow you feel better. Look at the clipboard. It's made of a dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4-sized board feels thick and heavy in your hands. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Shake the ledger. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables are not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. How would I open it? With your hands? U4-sized pages hang from clips screwed to the top of the board. Oh boy. -1 for the lonesome long way home? Interesting. It seems that because I have not researched the lonesome long way home, I'm getting a penalty on the roll to open up the I'm getting a penalty to open up the hidden compartment. How's the ledger smell? The acidic stench of rotten food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Got it. I'll put it away for now. I'm gonna go run it over the lamp. Hey, look, see, I can see the footprints now that my perception has risen up, now that I'm no longer getting a penalty from looking at all this trash. I'm the trash man. Okay. Let's see my ranking and such. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights again? Alright, ready? I turn, you press start. The lights unfold with little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. Got it. Do I just have to stand in front of the machine? Oh, yep. And then unlocks an interfacing roll. A street grid in the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is. Revachol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanima's headlights. Look around you. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza and a cone of light barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows those lines. Ah, Martinez. Where are we on this? Let me see. Right here, he says. His finger nears the top of the map on the segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. No, it does not. The lieutenant says with optimism. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row is 18 dots. Not bad. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. There are more than 150, maybe 200. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. That's it? That's it. Kim, what do all these holes mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years? Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Maybe you were a diplomat or in PR? Doesn't matter, I suppose. The next one is the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means you finished. You've got more than 200. Is that a lot? It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? Right, those are your confirmed kills. You've got 3 perforations here. So I'm a killer. That's right, a killer of men. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of those officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up with a few hobbies. Maybe I should find a hobby. Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol. Thanks. Alright, let's go. We have read the watermarks. I have not found any smokes and smoked them. Oh, right. I should ask Kuno about the clothes in the trash. But there are some more things to do in the damage ledger. Come on, logic! Yeah! Yes, you can piece them together using an alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene. Weren't those officer and precinct? Yes, your precinct number is 41. HDB. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It says HDB. Horace Debbie Beranger? Hram Darjan Benzikin? Harry Dubois. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Got nothing here either. Logic isn't really the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got, so sorry. How long does it take to read a case? It takes about half an hour. I can revisit this. I need to open the hidden compartment. Yes! Hot flash of rage comes over you for a moment there before it recedes. You feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder why. Okay. I'm not too upset about putting... Oh, God. I'm not too upset about putting additional points in interfacing. It's a skill that we'll need in the future. Quite a lot, actually. Let's try it again. Well, let's try. This is my last shot. If I fuck this up, I won't be able to try again. Fuck! Oh, shit. No. This ruins everything. I really needed that ledger. Shit. Oh, fuck. I think the only other way to raise my interfacing like that is to, like, do a bunch of drugs. Fuck. Well, okay. New plan. Let's unlock this. We'll internalize the Lonesome Long Way Home. Oh, but that's going to take 6 hours to internalize. Shit. Well, let's see what we can do with what we got around here. There's something in the special compartment that I want. Okay, so I need another point in visual calculus. That's fine. I do have some glasses that give me a bonus to visual calculus, so that'll be useful. And trust me, visual calculus is not something I mind putting more skill points in. You may think I'm overcommitting. I don't feel so. There they are. Get an exact count. Fuck. Oh, it's critical failure. That's fine. I know I get an additional attempt tomorrow. Just go on. Yo, Kuno.
You missed it at show before. A gift came by, completely fucked a tree to pieces.
Fucked the tree up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
Jesus Christ. Stop using the K word. It belongs in the past. Can't tell Kuno what words to use. What is this, a word museum? Do you want to belong in a museum, Kuno, with the old people? It's like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says skipped. I talked to the gardener. She said not to listen to you. Pig, you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What's up with that? Talked to Manana about the armor. So? You told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word. Look, Pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. I'll remember this. You got fucked. You got fucked, Pig. Fucked bad. Oh, jeez. Let's talk about your shack again. Nope. So you respect me now? You're dreaming, Pig. That's not how this shit works. A little, but don't expect anything to change. Got it. Kuno doesn't fucking care. So he didn't have anything to say about the trash. I'll go talk to Guard about it. But now... Well, it's down. Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Field autopsy? We'll start our field autopsy next time on Disco Elysium. Good night, everyone.